I'm not answering because I can't talk to you without you pissing me off. So there ain't no point in talking to you. You can send me voice messages or something. We can't be on the phone together. That's toxic as hell. I'm just not putting up with that. Like, no, you're in Africa. I'm in Pittsburgh. We can't get to each other and hit each other or anything. So what's the point of getting angry and upset? Like, why do you want to make me mad? Like, that's weird.
When a weak-minded female let people infiltrate her way of thinking, this is what happens. This is my baby's mom. Besties with her YouTube channel is Besties with Babies. We used to have a YouTube channel together when we moved her to Africa. Everything was good. She let some old bitches down here in Africa from America get in her head and tell her how our relationship should be. They told her that, you know, oh, he's into polygamy, girl. You better run. He want his cake and eat it too. Then she's around her family, which ain't no better. When we was around each other, especially in America, she listened to everything that I said. Everything. The way she took care of the babies, the way she fed my babies, what they would watch, what they would wear. Everything changed. All we do is fight about things that we shouldn't be fighting about. And I don't know what to do anymore because I'm not allowed to speak. If I say anything, it angers her. If I say anything about her or the babies, she gets upset and says I'm chastising her. It got so bad I had to start recording videos of our phone conversations to let people know, yo, she be tripping. She just be snapping for no reason. She says I'm chastising her if I make any suggestions or say anything to her about my children. I'm not even allowed to ask about their well-being without her being offended, thinking I'm judging her her motherhood or whatever. It's gotten ridiculous. Where we at, Egypt? Up, hey. Oh, they trying to drink that banana sap.
You
Like the tree boo.
Yes, I like the tea.
And you know, when I first met her, I used to go to her house, you know, and try to give her a hug, greet her. And she tells me she don't hug. So we've never been affectionate. We don't hug. We don't kiss. So we never told each other we loved each other. I didn't start telling her I loved her till after I seen her with my daughter. After we had Egypt, I seen her being a mother. I start telling them that I loved them every time I would leave her house, and she would say it. And then one day out of nowhere, she just stopped saying it. I'm like, yo, did you hear me? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, you're not gonna say it back? And she ain't say nothing. I'm like, yo, remember this, yo. Now, when I find a woman that treats me how I should be treated, you gonna be upset. Fast forward, like a year or two later, now she's angry because we're not affectionate. And you did it, all of that in the beginning. I used to try to hug you. You told me you don't do that. So we don't hug each other. We don't tell each other we love each other because you stopped saying it. So what you got a motherfucker confused. A few days ago, as y'all heard in that recording, she told me that she can't talk to me on the phone without her being upset. So send her the the voice messages. She had me blocked for a few days, so I sent voice messages to her yesterday. She called me and told me she can't listen to the voice messages. She's not listening to them because it'll make her upset. Anything I say to her makes her upset. And then what she want to do, she likes to run to the internet about everything because she watches so much reality TV. She crams her brain with scripted reality shows and bases her life off of it. And then she reenacts this shit in her real life. She wants to be a reality show, Nene Clark, on Facebook. It's just ridiculous. You gotta be careful on who you impregnate, because everything should be so great, everything. Because she listened and did what was best for the babies. Now she's waking up at 6 a.m. and feeding my babies chocolate donuts. If I ask why are they eating chocolate donuts, it turns into an argument. I'm asking you why. I'm telling you, yo, they shouldn't be eating chocolate donuts. That's not good. And it turns into a argument from her. She gets upset. What she like to do is like say, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing with you. And I'll be like, yo, I'm talking. It's not even an argument. That's her defense. She says that so she can have a reason to anger herself and hang up. And I did something when I'm just talking normal and giving her advice. I'm their mother, I know. Let me give you an example on things we have arguments about, which we shouldn't. Things shouldn't even be an argument. One time, you remember the rings from Halloween? They're shaped like a spider. I'm sure y'all do. One day, they called me on FaceTime and my son had 2 of them. And I'm like, I don't think he should have them. He could choke on them. He ain't gonna choke on them. I'm right here with him. I'm like, all right. Then like a minute later, I said, all right, just make sure you don't like leave him with them joints because them is little. He could choke on them. All right, I'm not. And that's how she responds, like with aggression, because you think I'm belittling her and chastising her. So a few minutes go by. Now the phone is on the ground. My daughter Egypt, I don't see her. Tanisha, Nene Clark, I don't see her, their mother. All I see is my son Eson on the floor. And I see him like leaning sideways. I can't see his whole face, but he's leaning sideways, and then finally his face coming into the view of the camera. And I see he's choking. So I'm like, yo, he's choking, Tanisha. She runs over and says, don't yell, you're gonna scare him, you're gonna make him choke. So I'm like, what? So after she fixed him up and got the spider rings out his mouth, what I just suggested he shouldn't have because he'll choke on them 2 minutes ago, 2 minutes prior, I said, Tanisha, are you serious? That he'll choke if I yell? He's already choking. I said, Tanisha, what do you want me to do? Say, whisper, Tanisha, he's choking. Then you wouldn't even hear me. And then maybe he would have really like choked himself out because I don't see you. I don't know where you're at. I don't see Egypt. All I see is him. He didn't die, did he? He okay? And that's her favorite response is, they not sick, they didn't die. And I said, yo, are you serious right now? And this is exactly how I'm talking to her. I don't get mad because I just be in such shock that I just be like, what the fuck? I said, you know what? Babies, I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later, and I hung up. You know, another time, he was in a bathtub by himself with water. He climbed in the bathtub with water. And so I told her, like, yo, you got to be careful around with him around the bathtub. He's little. He can't even He's just now, I don't even think he was walking yet. And he climbed up in the tub, and she say she didn't leave him in there by himself, but he's in the tub with clothes on, and you walked in and you're surprised, so you did leave him. It might not have been long, but you left him long enough for him to be able to climb his little ass in the bathtub with his clothes on with water, and it surprised you. And that turned into an argument. He ain't drowned, he's okay. Like Tanisha, and this is really how this is really how these arguments go. And then when she act like I'm crazy because she'll hang up on me and block me, and then I'm getting upset because, like, what are you upset for? When all I'm just trying to do is like tell you what I'm giving fucking crucial advice, because babies is delicate, and it turned into, man, I got so many stories, like, of arguments that should have never happened. And they all, this is always just like this, yo. So she like to post shit, my text messages after I'm angered, after she had me blocked for days, after she snapped on the phone for no reason and tell me I anger her. She's just become a bitter female, like the females that she watch on TV and the females that she's around. I'm not crazy, I'm so calm. But when you start fucking with me so much for no reason, then it angers me. You see, she talk about we're not around each other, hit each other. Why are you angry? Why do you want to hit me? Because I'm trying to tell you something. Now that anger, now that makes me mad. By you saying that you want to be around so you can hit because you don't like, because you can't have an adult conversation. Now y'all gotta be careful on who y'all have babies with, man. You know, not be trying to not make this shit no worse by doing something, but she's like forcing my hand. So I just had to get this out there real quick, man. Either they don't know, don't show, and she definitely don't know and don't show, or don't give a damn about what she's learning, what she's not learning. Peace.
I'm not answering because I can't talk to you without you pissing me off, so there ain't no point in talking to you. You can send me voice messages or something. We can't be on the phone together. That's toxic as hell. I'm just not putting up with that. Like, no, you're in Africa. I'm in Pittsburgh. We can't get to each other and hit each other or anything. So what's the point of getting angry and upset? Like, why do you want to make me mad? Like, that's weird.